Alright, welcome back, welcome back, new viewers and gamers. Time for some more Pokemon Home fun stuff, and this time I've actually got a little more time on hand. So why don't I get some of the Pokemon I plan on training up, and if you want to do some Tera Raids, do not hesitate to let me know in the comments below. If you're watching on Twitch, of course. And why don't we begin? I'm gonna get back my Hisuian Samurai I got over here. There's my boy, he's having a good time. And alright, this is my Careful Nature Hisuian Gudra. I need my other Hisuian Gudra. That's, I believe, in box 13. From the previous episode. Also, if you, enjoy these videos and you want to see more of them, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. This video is sponsored by W, so thank you for those guys sponsoring me once again. Click the link below and use the featured code there to get 10% on your 10% off on your energy order. Thank you. Now, why don't we commence with having some fun with these guys? I got the Arcanine, or as some people like to call it, Arcanine. I know there's some people out there who like calling them that. Alright, this man I'm gonna give HP, as I've shown in the previous episode. He isn't gonna die. He will not die, no matter what anybody does. And I'm gonna give him the HP usage. There it is. Alright, I need to see where I have my Hisuian Avalugg. I don't plan on using it. I think kinda, well, I shouldn't say I don't plan on using it. Of course I kinda do. Hello, Dank Prince Travis, how are you doing today? And speaking of Dank Prince, or Dank things, I've got this Hisuian Samurai right over here. I'm doing just fine myself. Let us have some more fun with our Pokemon Home update. I'm just trying to find my... Oh, I know which box it's in. At least I should know. It's right over here. The shiny... wait, that's a normal one. Frick. Where's my shiny apple? Yeah, you know... Oh, it's right here. Perfect. He was caught in this game and came back from... He went on vacation for like 10 minutes and came back here to evolve into something completely different. And I'm gonna need him with Strong Jaw. Ice Body's kind of a sucky ability. Well, I'm not gonna say it's a sucky ability in conjunction with the buffs that Snow got. It's a lot better now. Though, fun fact about me, I used to use an Ice Body Vanillux all the time back in the Generation 5 games. And man, was it awesome. Alright, I'm gonna give you an ability, ability capsule to get you with the ability that I want you with, and Strong Jaw for both basically stab, crunches, and actually, I'm pretty sure Strong Jaw raises the power of biting moves by 33%, not 50%, but either way, it's still a really substantial buff. And now your jaws are strong. And am I the only one who kind of thinks this way Avalugg looks a little weird? Honestly, I think some of the Pokemon in this game look a little weird. It's just his face looks off to me. Not as weird as how Mewtwo looks in this game, though. Which I should go... You know what? I'll train him another time. But anyways, I'm gonna go... We're gonna go to the mountains to train up again. Actually, better yet. What moveset do I want to have on this, on my Gudra, the world's strongest Gudra? I'm gonna go to Kaskarov, actually. I'm gonna go find a leftovers for this gooey boy. This metal snail. I don't like how they gave this frickin' thing shell armor to make it even tankier. Yeah, excuse all the stuttering. But alongside that really beefy defense stat, they gave it a base 100. A much better defensive type combo. And... even though they lowered its HP, which in my opinion, I kind of see why they lowered its HP a little bit to balance out, one, its better defensive typing, and two, its higher defense stat, in conjunction with moves like Shelter and Acid Armor. But, I don't think it was necessary. I would have preferred they just lowered its speed even further. But I guess they did that just so its bulk wasn't too good. Because it has one of the best defensive typings ever. Dragon Steel. That's a real... Oh, why did I even go up here? Oh yeah, nice one, game. Just, you want to go back down? Take the elevator back down. Yeah, screw you too. Okay. But, still. Actually, thank you. Thanks for mentioning that. I don't know, if you notice in a lot of my videos, I do stutter quite a bit. And it's just a verbal quirk that I have, I suppose, if you will. Don't worry, I'm working on my stuttering. It has gotten better if you've seen in my videos. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold up a minute. I'm about to move my subscriber bar. I can't fucking see how much money I have. You know, yeah, let me move that real fast. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't look too jarring. I think when I do these videos from now on, I'm gonna have it in the middle of the screen like that. And when I do my Tears of the Kingdom episodes, I can have it on the side there. This pelican, you said it's Tera Water, right? You know what? Let's make a union circle then. I could always train my mons while we do that. Hello, Tau Top QC, how are you doing today? Welcome to my stream, where we train the strongest Pokemon and stuff like that. How are you doing today? Alright, let me form this group, and whatever the code will be, we shall try it. You can't access shop? Oh, you can't access the shops. Well, I just bought my leftover, so that's okay. Alright, if you want to join this union circle, let us commence with it as soon as this thing goes up. There is your code, GT6, 2 zeros and an N. And it's Tera Water, so maybe... Well, I just turned my Hisuian Lilligant into Tera Ice off screen. That's not going to help it too much against a water type, obviously, so... Alright, let us set out. We're going to gear up, and let's get moving. The closest thing to a Cyber Dragon in the Pokemon world? Yeah. Alright, let's fight that Pilly boy. No, I'm good. There are no specific Scarlet exclusives I'm looking to get. I'm mostly just training Pokemon Home Mons now. Like this edgy boy over here. Alright, let us know when you have the raid up and we shall eviscerate him. Also, he just slaughtered a Ghastly. You know what, better yet, I guess while I'm waiting for you to do that, I want to train Magudra. Yes, he's the greatest frog. Shiny Greninja. I don't remember. I think I still have my Shiny Greninja in my Gen 6 game, so I got through a trade back in middle school. Pretty sure I still have it, yeah. You know what? Whenever I finally figure out how to stream 3DS games on here, I wonder if the capture card I'm using right now for my Switch works on the 3DS as well. If it does, can anybody let me know? Because what I want to do, I'll probably go back to like the Gen 6 games. My old save files. I want to beat the Battle Maze, and something I wanted to do since middle school but never got around to it, so that's something I could probably try. I mean, I did beat the Battle Tree in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon back when I was in high school, so there's that. Best generation, in my opinion, or do you think Gen 6 is the best gen? Because in my opinion, Gen 5 will never be beat. Which, after how, I've stated this in some previous videos, but after how BDSP turned out, and I'm a little worried about a Pokemon Black or White remake. But, I mean, then again, of all the first 6 generations, Gen 4 is the one, specifically Sinnoh. Not Heart Gold Soul Silver. Heart Gold Soul Silver is my second Pokemon. Yeah, excuse my stuttering again. But Heart Gold Soul Silver is my second Pokemon game ever after the original Gold and Silver. So I have far more ties to that than Sun and Moon. Not Sun and Moon. Freaking Diamond and Pearl, I mean. Because Diamond and Pearl, I was playing that game before Sun and Moon came out, and didn't really have much of a chance to, well, get too attached to it outside of the anime, I suppose. And Pokemon Y, played that game all the time when it came out back in 2013. I can't believe it, man. What are we, in June now? Today's June 2nd? In 4 months. In a little over 4 months. Pokemon X and Y will be 10 years old. Do you realize how absurd that is? But anyways, what's our best counter for this man? It's absurd, man. That's crazy. Okay, what's the best counter for a Tera Water? Preferably maybe an electric type that also... Well, electric resists flying. Any electric... Oh, wait, I know who I can use. This man right over here. Anakin Will-O-Wisp for the sky. Oh, hey, and the electric terrain boost. Unless it's because I'm levitating, I might not be affected by the electric terrain, actually, but that's okay. Yeah, if Lantern existed in this game, this would be easier. I get it, you want the guy to win, but do not clown the other viewers, Dark Prince Travis. I may have tolerated that one time, but I shall not tolerate that again. I get what you mean, but you need to chill, dude. I don't want you insulting the other viewers. Okay, I get it. I know you're just trying to win, but still, because the last time, I believe it was when the Typhlosion raids were live, you clowned one of the viewers for bringing in the Lucario, so that might have drove the guy off, is all I'm saying. Alright, Tera Water type. I'd rather run Tera Ground Pelipper, like I did on my Rain Seed, because, hey, I can bait out Electric type Pokemon. The only thing is, I didn't train that Pelipper for special attacks, so it wasn't quite the best. It did substantial damage to other Electric types whenever I got it off, but other than that. Alright, I'm gonna burn you just in case you have any physical attacks. You probably don't, but it's always good to get a little chip damage off. And he lands a Supersonic. Are you serious? And anyone want to insert Sonic the Hedgehog song here? Alright, let's just use this discharge. I hit myself, yay. Your Hydro Pump means nothing, despite how boosted it is. It becomes 3.75% stronger. 375% stronger with the Rain, you already being a Water type, and Tera Water. I hope we get another Pelican Pokemon in the future that's a lot better than this. The closest thing we ever got to that was Cramorant in Generation 8. Which, I mean, it's a lot funnier than Pelipper will ever be, and Pelipper is only relevant because, hey, we have Drizzle. You don't have to rely on just I almost said Palpitoad. Just Politoed or Kyogre anymore. You competitive players, y'all love these things, don't you? I'm still taking the Hydro Pumps very well, even though they're hitting, and that's such bullshit. Come on, Roto Electric. Thank you. Get some of that damage off. Alright, let's heal Cheer so I can get off this, confusion, because I don't like being confused. And why this rubber band difficulty I'm noticing. When he's losing, and I've noticed this, I think since the Inteleon raids, I've noticed that the lower their HP is, they seem to get a bit stronger or deal more damage than usual. Oh no, my Terra Charge, whatever will I do? Hat Psych! Actually, I could have used Substitute if I wanted. You wouldn't, actually, it's a sound-based move, you could have hit me past Substitute. Doesn't matter, right? And that's why the ability Soundproof exists. Alright, I don't have any stat buffs, that's fine, as long as you don't take away your stat drops is what we care about. Oh man, Cyber Dragon has just become Cyber End Dragon. This is the end of this terastallized Pelipper. This man will not survive. He's done. This is the end. Use Electro Drift. Actually, I don't need to catch this, man. We're good. That's fine. It's good that you did that. Hey, finally got Bottle Cap. And a lot of Tera Water Shards. 8 of them. Perfect for training up the world's strongest Gudra. I'm gonna go see if I have a 6-star then. Nah, I'm pretty sure that always resets, I believe, every 24 hours. Even if you reset the clock. Oh, Terrifier right over here. If you guys didn't already know, Terrifier actually is one of the best Tera types, so there's that. And, like, it's surprising how many Pokemon benefit from that. Mostly grass types, though. And other already fire types, if you want that power boost. Right this direction. This frickin' Murkrow. Yeah, excuse me, we're crossing the road over here. Actually, nah, you don't give HP IVs, I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's nice seeing this man in battle, though. Yeah, that too, you're right. So, well, if you can predict that, that is, it would be good for taking away or sucking in Will-O-Wisps. I mean, I'd argue Flash Fire is more useful for that. So that's a bit of a lackluster-ish niche for a whole Tera type to be used, but I get your point. Like, hey, Annihilate, for example. Then Annihilate learns Fire Punch, and you could throw a punching glove on it for extra power. Excuse me. That's how that works. Alright, well, there's no way this thing has Tera Blast, so a Rock type I think would be best here. A special attack of Rock type specifically. Sorry for hitting my mic just now. Actually, special attack and water type will do just fine, so, because low special defense and your resistance ice type moves, that should be just fine. Alrighty, we are ready for the raid. And allow me to exit up the empty space with if y'all are enjoying this video, I mean. And you want to see more and you're not a gamer bear just yet, please consider subscribing or following. It really does help out the community. Thank you. I guess we can get going right now, then. Oh, help has arrived. Now you can go to full party. Okay. And fire type Avalugg. One of the worst Generation 6 Pokemon, sadly. Hey, I have a shiny Lamora, so do I. Found it randomly one time just by slaughtering a bunch of Glamoras for their crystals, so I can make Tera Blast crystals. Or Tera Blast, no, what to call it. And I tank your ice type hits. Goodbye. Actually, I can terrestrialize now, and this is going to hurt a lot. Now, for raining, this would be the strongest water pulse ever to exist. But sadly, we have no rain. Now, awaken the power of water. Tidal Wave! Even though it's not the move Surf, but whatever. It's already snowing, man. What was that AI decision? And get that shield out of here. We don't need that. And down goes the Avalon. Avalon still sucks. Bye-bye. And salty. Yep, the game's clowning me right now. Alright. You see something. Yes, it does look cool. I've got one myself, as I've stated. And it seems Dark Prince Travis is left. Well, that's what he wanted to do. Allow me to show you my shiny Glamora as well. Where's it? Here it is. And I have yet to train this man, but we'll get to that soon enough. And if you got a 6-star raid you'd like us to do, do not hesitate to start it, please and thank you. And now we shall be at the mountains to train up the world's strongest Gudra. Wait a minute. What moves do I have on this man? I'm about to run over Protect as well. For that leftovers boost. Because Acid Armor I want to keep. I'm definitely keeping Shelter, even though Acid Armor has more PP. I don't really know what the last move should be. Either Dragon Pulse, probably Dragon Pulse. The only problem is frickin'... And I want to make it Terra Flying as well. I could make it Terra Steel, but then it's going to lose a bunch of valuable resistances like water, so... Terra Flying is best for its weaknesses, though. So maybe I should run you with Flash Cannon instead. You get Flamethrower by any chance? I'm curious. So maybe instead of Protect, I should just run Dragon Pulse. Flash Cannon. I doubt you learn Flamethrower unlike your Kalosian counterparts, so... You get Sunny Day for... Oh, wait, you do learn Flamethrower. Really? Not like you really need it for your 2 weaknesses, though. That's the problem. But I guess for opposing Steel types, that'd be good. Which I do have another Hisuian Slugoo, so I should evolve. Next time it's raining, I should evolve that real quick. I know Terra Flying is its best Terra type because both types that Hisuian Gudra is weak to, Flying handles decently, so both ground and fighting, so I know that. I'm gonna make this one Terra Flying. The only problem is when I use Tera types, I don't, at least 95% of the time, I try to use the Tera type both offensively and defensively, not just defensively like some people do. Like, for example, take Hisuian. According to Wolfie VGC, its best Tera type is Poison, and that's quite correct. I mean, a lot of the types that Grass Dark is weak to, Poison rectifies. The problem with that is it's kind of hard to use that Tera typing offensively as well, in case you, say, run into a pesky Fairy type. Or an opposing Grass type you're having trouble dealing some damage to. That's why I try to run it both offensively and defensively, not just one or the other. And then it gets the best use out of that Tera type as well, since you only have one per battle, might as well make the best usage for it. And I'm here to get my bottle caps. Alright, about 4 of them. Just for this man Goodra over here. That and the 3 types that flying is weak to, all 3 types Goodra's base typing can handle, so there's that. Your 6-star is a Stone Journer? Alright, start that up, if you'd please. I'm gonna go to Medallion and make this man a Tera Flying type. So, maybe Tera Blast, Acids... Actually, I'm already running Acid Spray, that's why. And I need Shelter, too. It's just hard to think of a good moveset for this. I'm thinking, because then I'm gonna end up having to not run Steel or Dragon-type Stab, that's a problem. I mean, you're so bulky, you probably don't even need a Run Protect on it. And it's Tera Grass? Okay. Oh, where's Medallia? Again, I'm being dumb here. There it is. Just wondering how I should run this moveset. That's my only problem I'm having here. Tera Blast, Acid Armor, and Dragon Pulse, perhaps? Just in case I need to make it Tera Flying, or it needs to Terastallize Flying for those pesky fighting types. I'd have to run Flash Cannon, then. Because, I mean, opposing Dragon types aren't going to be a problem thanks to Steel, so... maybe Flash Cannon should be the default move. You naturally learn it, right? For some reason... okay, how does it in Legends Arceus you naturally learn Flash Cannon, but here you don't? Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, this thing is going to be extremely tanky anyway, so... I already have a max special defense, just want to train it for HP. And thanks to Shelter, you'll have 120 HP at level 50. Or defense, I mean, at level 50. After using Shelter, that goes to 240, so that's perfect. I could run... it does learn Body Press. I could run that, but... I want this more to be special defense, like super tanking, you know? And Tera Flying and stuff. If I'm going to run Body Press, I might as well run Tera Fighting, like my Avalug that I use for my Vegeta theme team. Also, shameless plug here, if you want to watch my Vegeta theme team video, watch it on YouTube, Spare Bear Gaming, thank you, but I run Tera Fighting on that for that stat alone. Since really, defensively, it doesn't have many benefits, it's, well, outside of resisting fighting, rock-type moves, I mean. So there's that use for it defensively, but it's mostly there for stat Body Presses. Alright, anyways, Flash Cannon, where are you at? And I don't have Clef Key keys. Okay. Well, while I'm here, I might as well teach you Tera Blast. And I need to kill more Glamoras, nice. Alright, I guess it's decided Flash Cannon should be your final move. Really gonna have a lot of trouble hitting Steel types, though. It's the only problem. Alright, do you have your raid up? Well, let me see if you do. That's not what I wanted to do. Man, input lag is a bitch, isn't it? Alright. Tera Grass is actually a really good Tera typing for Stone Journer because of it resisting those water type moves that it has problems with, especially with its piss poor special defense stat. That and most of the types that grass is weak to rock handles. Actually, every type that grass is weak to rock handles, so that's crazy. It's literally the perfect typing for rock types and vice versa. It's actually insane. Because pretty much every type of rock is weak to. Well, not every type because of steel and fighting, but most types that rock is weak to grass handles. Ground and water, all that stuff. Alright. Just trying to determine what's the... Honestly, I don't think there is a best Pokemon for this, but you know what? Actually, that's not true. I can use this man camera up over here. And I got a weakness policy in case it tries to harm me a little too much. And lowered special defense even further. Base 20, what is that? Max, assuming you have a max special defense IV, that's 40 at level 100, which it's 4-star, so it's like level 45. That's like 35 or some shit. Divide that by 25%. And, that's just under 30. It's like 28 is its special defense stat now. God damn. And that's assuming it has a perfect defense IV. Or special defense IV. I always thought Stone Journey and Ice Ski should have had some sort of re-evolution back in Generation 8. I mean, they can be standalone mons all they want, but other than that. Alright, and Flamethrower. He's done. He's dead, that's it, he's done for. Goodbye, Discount Stonehenge, I will never visit you. Now notice they're giving out a bit more Tera Shards than they used to. Now that makes that lessens the grinding a little bit. I mean, I hope they bring back those starter raid events at some point, but now that Pokemon Home's finally here, I don't think that's a big issue anymore. At least, it's not going to have nearly as much value as before Pokemon Home came out. Alright, let's go in here, and I'm gonna make my Goodra fly. The bug one with no items? What do you mean the bug one with no items? Oh, the none item. You mean, the recent Great Tuscan Iron Shreds raids or whatever that got suspended. Is that what you're talking about? I think there was an item there that's probably going to be available in the DLCs that you're not supposed to get, because something like that happened back when, Crown Tundra was coming out in Sword and Shield. I mean, that might have been what's funny to see, but what's not funny to see is that it was ruining people's save data, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't stream that when that first came out. Of course they didn't. They're rushing everything. I get they got time constraints and shit. I'm learning that myself as an aspiring game developer, by the way. Aspiring game developer trying to figure out how to stream Unreal Engine on here. When I finally figure that out, shameless plug if you'd like to see that. But you need to really test out your games before they come out. If you need to delay them, just let the fans know. People are angry about Pokemon Home being delayed for so freaking long because they said early 2023. We're in mid-2023 by the time this shit finally came out. It's not because, oh, they don't like that it's being delayed. No, they don't like being lied to, assholes. Why do you keep doing it? Because you know they're gonna fucking fall for it hook, line, and sinker. But I'm not gonna be like these other reviewer dudes and go, hey, stop listening to Game Freak. This is everybody else's decision at the end of the day, but that tends to be why they do shit like that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna go back to the mountains and train. Alright, gooey boy. We're gonna use these 5 bottle caps, and you will become... Oh yeah, I forgot I got this thing as an alpha form off screen, so that's why it already has 3 perfect IVs. That makes things a lot easier here, so I should use these other 3 for my Samurott. Alright, just attack HP and speed for now. Oh man, look at this man. He's too powerful. He's too strong. Now, look at that special defense stat. Have you ever seen a more beautiful special defense stat in your life? Now, all we need is that HP to be risen. I'm gonna kill some Klefkis after this. And we will have the ultimate Gudra. None will live, none shall survive. They will all perish at the helm of the strongest Hisuian Gudra to ever live. Now, where are the Citados when you need them? The Citadlers, as I like to call them. With 28, well, that's the math of it. No, that was the math that I was making out after you using, your Chi-Yu and its ability in lowering its special defense stat by 25%. And I calculated it's gonna be like just under 30, so around like 28, 29 is my estimate. Now blast this boy away! I always like how it goes into its shell like that. I mean, you'd think the ginormous shell would be more of a drawback, but it's really not. I mean, especially with how sad he looks. Why did they make him look so sad? Alright, let me see what this Tera Normal event is. What is this? Nobody needs a Tera Normal Billy Bolt on me, unless you're running Hyper Beams, I suppose. Oh no, Drift Blim. Well, to those of you who are new to my channel, I have a bit of a vendetta against Drift Blims. And does everybody want to hear me rant about Drift Blim for a bit? I'm gonna warn every last one of you right now. Hey, you got the boy Ursa Luna. One of the hardest Pokemon to evolve in Legends Arceus because Peat Blocks are so frickin' rare. I mean, Ursaluna's a pretty damn good Pokemon, so I guess it kind of warrants it, but besides that. Look at this man looking absolutely imposing. Unlike myself, he will not cower to such a Drifblim, such an evil specimen. And now I'm gonna Stone Edge it to death. You're being stoned! And then he Thunder Waves me. Do you see why I hate Drifblim yet? Not quite. Now let me adjust my mic a little bit. Excuse me if you hear any noises. Not the Staraptor. Why are you burning the Staraptor? Well, I'm a dark type, so at least that isn't gonna do anything. He's done. He's dead. Done for. He will not live ever again. Actually, you know what I just realized? A fire-type Drifblim would actually be really cool. Hot air balloons and stuff, so I'm surprised I haven't done anything like that yet. Like a fire flying type Drifblim, or... Oh, so you did want to be paralyzed. I mean, actually you were paralyzed, right? You're a ground type. There's no way you should have been paralyzed by that. It's a toddler. I'm gonna kill everything you know, even though I've killed so many Toddles over my career in this game. And they keep coming back like little frickin' flies and bunnies and whatever multiplies like crazy. I know, they're coded to respawn and stuff. Imagine if Pokemon games had limited encounters, kind of like older versions of Minecraft. That would be a little, busted. And not in a good way. That seems like something they would have done in older Pokemon games, but no, they didn't. And see? That's why Drifblim sucks. Nobody likes Drifblim. Ruining people's strategies and everything. Making flinches and stat berries and Destiny Bond garbage, man. It's just nobody likes Drifblim. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do something like that. That seems like another very anti-player thing they'd try to do, but thankfully they haven't. Don't get any ideas if one of you Game Freak employees happens to be watching. Alright, that's not my raid. I can't examine it. Hey, you caught the Fire Tribe Drifblim. I'm gonna ruin this Satotle's day right now. I think Pokemon Go would be a little more balanced around that, unlike main series Pokemon. Alright, never mind. Double the price. You shouldn't be limited because you're paying. I mean, if you're paying, they should give you unlimited access. You're literally forking out your hard-earned cash for that. Or heart saved or whatever, however you acquired it. And then they still want to limit you? Man, piss off. That's some garbage. That's some garbage. Nobody doing that. Now, where are some more Satotles? I want to kill them all. They're all going to be extinct by the time I'm done with this. That's definitely an exaggeration. That does not happen. That is too low. Like, way too low. You'll be done with that in like 10 minutes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how quick the average Pokemon Go player gets through those things, but... And I haven't played Pokemon Go since 2020, so I don't really know. I don't want to attack IV, so I'm not dealing with this dude. Yeah, 5 is far too limiting. Like 20, I think, especially if you're paying for it, 20 would be much better. Like, if you're gonna expect your players to pay for this shit, make sure it's worthwhile, you know? Get them paying. That might be a little too hard for some of these producer companies to fathom and understand, but trust me, it works. Terrifying Ditto. Alright, make sure you bring a weak Pokemon so we can take it down very easily, as we've learned from the Ditto events a month or two ago. Perfect. And I'm gonna Stone Edge it real hard. As wrong as that sounded. Nobody take that out of context, please. Yell Splash, the world's strongest move, yep. Well, in Tales of You use Splash as a real strong water art. Come, almighty torrent, splash! I'd make a joke about imposter, but those jokes are dead. Those jokes are far too dead to worry about them. And down goes the Ditto. He's done, he's dead. None shall remember the Ditto's name. For the Ditto's minimum attack and speed? I mean, if that's what you want to do and that's your reasoning, hey, more power to you. There's gotta be more titles around here, those toddlers. You know what, screw it. I tend not to like fighting snow runs because they spam Protected. Protect is one of my least favorite Pokemon moves ever. It just delays the inevitable and I hate it. And I know there's some VGC players out there really hating on me right now for saying that because it's literally the most overused move ever. Like, have you ever seen a VGC player run even one Pokemon without Protect? Me personally, I do still want to get into my VGC shit now that finally Pokemon Home is out. And I've been training up a few mons for that as well. The thing is, I tend to very rarely, if not ever, run Protect. I only ever really run Protect if I'm trying to run some stall thing. Or very niche-ish strats like Obstagoon, Obstruct, and Guts, and Flame Orb, and all that garbage. Like, something like that. Like a more built-around strategy, not just for purely scouting out what my opponent is going to do like most people do. I get it, it's a decent strategy, but, dude, I'd rather just either get a status move off, like some sort of switch-in pressure, or a stat boosting move like Swords Dance and Nasty Plot, than to try to stall things out with Protect. Because if your opponent predicts you using Protect, they could get either a free switch-in off, which is very likely to happen, or free like Swords Dance and Stealth Rocks or Spikes or Rapid Spins, whatever. Even though Rapid Spin's gonna be blocked, so it's a bad example, but still. That too! That's why I'm not the biggest fan of using Protect, other than it being a complete, let me just delay the inevitable and stuff, especially when NPCs use that. Because one of my biggest gripes with that, back when Sword and Shield was new and after I beat that game in high school, I really did not like running, what am I saying? I used to do Battle Tower all the time, even if it was one of the more lackluster battle facilities. At least that game had a battle facility, unlike this game. But, and most of the NPCs used to Protect. I'm pretty sure it was like that, so they'd stall you out in case you tried to just cheese it with Dynamax, which, okay, I understand, but it seems like that Protect was the pure reason why Pokemon like Urshifu was made, with its Unseen Fist ability. Going straight through Protect, and especially in its Gigantamax forms, where its max move goes through Max Guard, which is just Protect but for Bigmon. Just like, because, like, you know a move is extremely overused when they have to create a certain mon specifically made to counter it. And hey, I was happy about it. It's just delayed the inevitable. Or back when Pokemon Black and White was a new Pokemon game in 2011 for the US, where I am. A lot of the NPCs in the battle subway would use Protect as well, and it was just annoying. Like, you're gonna die anyways, why are you using Protect a lot? Or even a lot of NPCs in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire are always spamming Protect, the game that move was introduced in. Just my point is, it's such a stally move, and I know it's made to be that way, but, oh jeez. Especially when people are using it every other turn, which, again, that's just a really cheap strategy that's super easy to play around. Reduce damage from double Protect. Can you explain that a little further? I don't think I fully understand that. Like if both Pokemon reduce Protect, they only take less damage or something? And that was another problem with Protect back in the Generation 7 games with Z-moves. If your opponent used Protect and you happen to use up your Z-move, well that's it, your Z-move is just gone, it's only going to do a quarter of the damage. I guess they coded it in like that so you wouldn't just spam your Z-move and one-shot anything you pleased, which just meant Z-moves were a little unbalanced for that, right? And that's why of all of the gimmicks between Gen 6 and 9, Z-moves are the least liked one, because it's just a one-turn game changer. It doesn't really do much like the other gimmicks, that at least affect more than just one turn. And it can be easily stalled out too, just with a well-timed prediction, or if your Pokemon you happen to be fighting, like for example, what the hell is wrong with, oh, that didn't look right. But, I remember seeing, I don't know if you know the PokeTuber by the name of Verlicify. Yeah, he's not the greatest in people's eyes. I haven't watched that guy in a long time. But I remember watching one of his videos where he was reacting to one of his viewers doing a Wi-Fi battle video. The guy was using a Chandelure, and he was fighting an Alolan Muck. Now, we all know Alolan Muck's a poison dark type. So its only weakness is, well, ground type moves. And Chandelure, both of its typings, well, not both of its typings, you can still hit it with a good fire type move. He had a Grass NEMZ out of either Energy Ball or Solar Beam, likely. Probably Energy Ball. Because who's got, like, outside of Sun Teams, who's gonna run Solar Beam? But, well, outside of Sun Teams and Power Herb, who's gonna run Solar Beam? So he decided to use Bloom Doom on that, Alolan Grimer. Alolan Muck, I mean. Despite how many times it also used Minimize. So now, the turn is completely wasted up. Or your Z-move's completely wasted up. Your only Z-move for the entire match is completely wasted up. Because you got completely walled. And or because you couldn't freaking hit something and you just wanted to get a little damage off. I know that's a little off of the realm of Protect. That does go into how it kind of delays the inevitable. Well, not delays the inevitable, but how Z-moves are a little unreliant. You know, maybe I went a little off topic here. But with that Protect, how Z-moves are just easily counterable, and Protect was one of the reasons for that. It was the same thing for Dynamax back in Generations 8, but at least you had 3 turns of Dynamax as opposed to just one frickin' turn. That's gonna be cool. As opposed to just one turn like Z-moves. And Protect could stall out at least 2 turns of your Dynamax, assuming your opponent didn't get super lucky and got 3 Protects off in a row. I've seen Protects get off 4 times in a row. That's some bullshit. That, you know, that's a... For that 4th Protect to get off, that's a 12.5% chance, so... Because each successive time you use Protect, its chances of working next time get halved, so 50%, then 25%, then 12.5%. What is that, like a... Like, less than 3% chance of that happening or some shit? If you stack them up, if somebody could do the math for me, please, but other than that... It was just massively... Just Protect is really dumb, is all I'm saying. Alright, that I'd argue is a little more balanced and would probably... and probably warranted being able to be used twice in a row from time to time. But I guess in exchange you'd also have to raise its chance of working a little bit more in a row, but other than that... Holy sh... Okay, that's ridiculous. I think you have 12.5, that's like 6.25, I believe. That's even rarer than what I just frickin' mentioned. That's actually absurd. That Burmy's the luckiest fucking being on the planet. That's absurd. Anyways, thanks for coming back to my TED Talk. Next time, how much Hisuian Avalok sucks. Because it was the strongest Burmy. Its Protect was too good. Man, he makes frickin' Ting Lu look like a Caterpie in comparison, right? And if I may ask, which game was that in? Alright, what's this Dark-type raid? I am very curious. That's Skiploom. Boy, Dark-type Skiploom, I am so excited to see a Skiploom that's so evil. Tera Electric Mudsdale. Alright, do we have any ground? Oh, wait a minute. Landorus exists now. Sadly, one, your ability Stamina kind of gets in the way of that. And 2, my Landorus is not trained. However, if my Landorus were a special attacker, this would be a different story. Oh, let's see. Do I have... Actually... Oh, no, I know who I can use. Where is my boy? The... What was it called? The Gastrodon. Excuse all my stuttering once again. Just sometimes gets lost in thought when I'm in the middle of my thoughts, and I'm placing them out a bit, if you will. There he is. That's not him. There's the boy Gastrodon that I use in my evil villain team. Which I should get back to that team at some point. Where, get this, Slacking is my ace Pokemon if I were an evil team leader. Choice Banded Slacking, even. Even in a main playthrough, you gotta get through that Choice Banded, dude. You ain't careful, you could screw your team up good. And he's Terra Normal with Giga Impact. You will not, nothing will survive such an attack. Well, unless you're a ghost type, but yeah. Or a rock or steel type with a decent defense stat. I'm gonna raise my own defense stat. I remember the final boss in, I believe, Pokemon Coliseum, it was Pokemon Coliseum, not XD Gale of Darkness, has that strategy with a Slow King, where he tries to skull swap it off. I mean, that's a halfway decent strategy. The problem is it's extremely gimmicky. It's just more gimmicky than useful. And most people just try to take out the Slow King anyways. Heh, I've got a raised defense stat, you can't kill me that easily. Actually, Terra Electric's pretty useful for Mudsdale. Sure, it doesn't resist the water type moves that it's weak to, but it can hit it back for super effective. Grass isn't really the best for it either, because you're still going to be weak to ice type moves. And really none of the types that Electric resists benefit Mudsdale all that much. According to Wolfie VGC, Terra Steel is its best Terra type, since, what, 2 of the 3 types that it's weak to Steel resists, so there's that. And most of the types that Steel is weak to, Ground can handle already. Namely just the Fire type, but yeah. I'm Terra Fire on this I almost said Gudra. On this Gastrodon, so it's best I don't use that. Your Iron Defense means nothing. Also, I just realized it's not stamina, it's Untempo or something. Untempo is another normal ability it gets. I forgot what its hidden ability was. And down goes your shield. You don't have it no more. And he's down. Down it goes. Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Alright, another Citadel. You're gonna go kaput. No Citadels will survive this Gudra's wrath. I think Gudra, well, let's see. Its Hisuian form has base 80 in HP, so I could be wrong, but I think its highest is like 360 or something. Yeah, it's almost fully done being trained in HP. The moves skill swap? Yeah, probably. They should give it that at some point. I think they would also have to do the same with Regigigas. I mean, again, well, Slacking, I slightly understand why they gave it such an ability like that, but why did they do that to Regigigas? It's a legendary Pokemon. It's supposed to be good. Like, I genuinely do not understand that. Like, somebody at Game Freak's got a bit of a vendetta against him, I'm telling you. Alright, that fully trained attack stat. You should have your special attack nice and high. Yes, you do. Alright. Let's change your item into the Speed Belt, or whatever it's called. I keep forgetting the Power Anklet. I probably should just start buying multiples of these now. What am I doing? Okay. I made a mistake here. Alright, let's switch you to attack. There it is. Attack. And since I do not have multiples of these, we're gonna have to wait on training you for speed, sadly. Really wish there were better ways to get those, feathers. Because I kind of find it dumb how you can get them in Castle Royal Lake, but they're so scattered around and they only get 1 EV each usage, so it's not the most useful thing in the world. fast start doubling. That would be absurd. That is going to be so overused, especially with its already massive attack stat and pretty decent speed stat in base 100. Like, at level 50, max speed is 167. That shit's going to be doubled to like 320, 330 something. That's going to be absurd. Like 332, I believe, or 334 that would be doubled too. Well, if you have max attack, it has base 160, I believe, which at level 50 comes up to 233. Double that, you get 466 at level 50. And now, at level 100, that's 460. Double that, you get 920. Yeah, that's a little unbalanced, to say the least. And both its attack and speed is going to be raised? My man's going to make Mega fucking Rayquaza look like a fucking Caterpie. Or look like a Yuyumon or whatever. God damn. And any more? Oh my god. Greavard, get out of my way. Nobody likes you. That's not true. I like Greavard. He'll build everything up in like a day, man. I mean, hey, his Pokedex entries do state how it pulled the continents with literal ropes. So, yeah. I mean, I've seen people hack huge power Regigigases into the game and stuff. As like little boss fights, if you will. And man, does it hit like an absolute freight train. That's not shiny. Cool. Acid Spray. So lower that special defense stat. If you don't know, Acid Spray is one of my favorite Pokemon moves just because of that. Literally every time you use it, you essentially get 2 times stronger. I mean, it's always better to raise your own special attack than to lower your opponent's special defense, I'd say, because once your opponent is gone, they're gone. However, and their lowered special defense stats along with it. However, you raise your own special attack stats, even if your opponent faints, you still have the stat boost, so that's why boosting your stats is better than lowering your opponent's stats, I'd say. I mean, unless you can somehow get it to be recurring, like that's why Sticky Webs is so good. Which I've stated in one of my previous videos, I think bug types should be not only immune to Sticky Webs, but suck away Sticky Webs, just like how poison types are immune to toxic spikes and can even suck away toxic spikes. Does anybody else happen to agree with me on that? That would give bug types a little more relevancy. Only a little bit more, even though Sticky Webs is already a pretty strictly distributed move. So like, set 3 or 4 Pokemon across generation since its introduction, I believe in Gen 6. I could be wrong if that was the generation it was introduced. I mean, Ice Heart finally got their buff with the snow thing, but in my opinion, they didn't need to get rid of Hail to do that. I mean, sure, it makes it easier to make teams around the weather effect now, but they could have just kept Hail as it was, but still have the defense buff. There's no reason to change it to snow, in my opinion. I mean, hell, Sandstorm has been buffing up Rock-type special defense stats since Generation 4. So why couldn't they do something like that similar? Heck, I think back when Generation 4 was new, when I was in elementary school, I always wanted a snow effect, or a snow weather effect, but it would be too similar to Hail, so they couldn't have both. They'd have to replace one or the other. Which makes me wonder how Pokemon Masters is going to handle that. Oh, that's what you mean. You mean a more defensive buff to give them actual frickin' resistances. Something that, for some reason, Game Freak thinks Ice types don't need. And I did state in my previous video how a lot of Ice types are really poorly designed. With the fact that a lot of Ice-type Pokemon are slow, bulky Pokemon when the Ice typing is not made for bulk. It's more made for offense. So, look at frickin' Abomasnow, for example. Despite its suck-ass type combo, defensively and offensively, really, but we're talking about strictly defensively here. It's got good HP and some decent defense stats, and combine that with Aurora Veil, you can have something pretty tanky. The problem is it has so many fucking weaknesses, so it's really hard to run it as a tank. It's not like Hisuian Goodra, where he has only 2 weaknesses, but like 11, 12 resistances, plus really good defensive stats to go along with it. And passive healing in an item like Leftovers. which you can run on any Pokemon you damn well please. That will definitely increase their longevity by quite a bit. But when you have so many weaknesses and so few resistances, being a wall is one of the hardest things ever. That's why running most ice types benefit the best from Tera Water, to go against most of the types that ice is weak to. Like Rock, especially Fire, and your Stealth Rock weakness as well. That makes walls even harder, especially ever since Generation 4. Why do you think Pokemon like Charizard frickin' fell down in usage so badly? Because of Stealth Rocks. And then you get Pokemon like Talonflame, and ever since the Gale Wings changed, that became a hell of a lot less useful. I mean, we're not talking about fire or flying types here, but you got my point on how Stealth Rock specifically weakens walls like that, and especially for ice types, and they already had so few resistances to begin with. So why do you so Game Freak, answer me this, or riddle me this if you want to be funny. Why do you keep kicking down my boy the ice type? They don't deserve it, man. They don't deserve it. They're just ice types, man. They ain't anything evil. They did nothing wrong. They don't deserve to be kicked down, and then when they try to get up, you kick them, you shove them, and then you kick them down again. Also, this Reverboom is chasing me. Oh, you want to die too? You will not like the taste of death at the hands of the world's strongest Goodra. Oh, you're Tera Fire, huh? I'm gonna gas myself up just to run away. Now allow me to make haste and scurry. The world's strongest Goodra will show up again. Alright, are we at max HP now? Yes, we are. Alright, no need for that. I'm going to change our item to Leftovers and then raise your special attack, assuming we have enough. No, we don't. Shit. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put that final EV into a special attack just so we can do a tiny bit more damage. So, what we are going to do is this. Wherever it is, there we go. And I'll give those HP berries to my other Pokemon. I don't want them with all those extra HP EVs. Alright, no, that'll give me speed EVs, and I don't want that. Alright, where is just one more Citadel? I don't need Sneasels right now, we need Citadels. And not Bergmite either. Of course, the one thing I need, and oh, here we go. And just as I was saying when I need it, I can't find it. It's right here. Alright, we just need this acid spray to hit. And I already thought normal Goodra was a super good tech. I really want to test this boy out. Alright, and the world's strongest Goodra is here. Well, once I get it with Flash Cannon, which I should do right after this. Okay, Leftovers, there you go. And he's set for life. Alright, now I'm gonna go to Alfornada, all for nothing, and go look for those Clef Keys. Where are they? Where is Alfornada? They'll tell me what the raid is. I'll join you. Actually, got to tell with Shadow Tag. And we all know how broken that ability is. Now, I remember, if again, you know about Wolfie VGC. He made a short recently about, he made a short recently about how this VGC player was up against a female Indeedee that was trying to set up Trick Room. Alright, Terra Ground. Alright, Terra Grass. But he was trying to set up Trick Room, but then he switches in his Gothitelle, and if I remember correctly, I think he had a Golden Go out that used Trick and had a Choice Specs on it. It was either a Choice Specs or a Choice Scarf. So he used Trick on the Indeedee, projecting that Trick Room, and once he got the Gothitelle in, it was locked into Trick Room. It couldn't use any other move after that, so he was essentially forced into a 2-on-1 situation, which was absolutely brutal. That was a strong-ass prediction right there. Actually, you know what? You know what, screw it. I'm gonna use the world's strongest Goodra right here. I just got done EV training it, so screw it. Let's use them. Yeah, that was a really awesome strat. Like, good on him for that prediction. You can learn a few things from that. That's why I like watching people like him. You can learn a lot about this competitive Pokemon thing. I especially use that with my channel over here. That's why I'm always referencing Wolfie VGC or Cybertron and all that crap. It's Delibot, as I like to call him. Some want to call Iron Bundle Delitron. I'd rather call it Delibot. If the frickin' Paradox Pokemon actually had literal Pokemon names and not just, let's put two words together and make it up and just make up something. Alright, now Grass Top Tera Raid. Time to test this boy out. Oh man, he will. Nope, he ain't going down, dude. Alright, I know you're a special attacker, so I don't think there's a point in using... it has Frisk. I don't think there's a point in me using Shelter, so... just Acid Spray. Robilibird? Robilibird, I think. No, don't paralyze me! I mean, for a Hisuian Goodra, I'd rather Paralysis than Burn, but yeah. Thankfully, it's a Steel type, so you don't have to worry about getting poisoned. Which is another thing that makes its longevity so good. Oh my god, look how well he took that. That is absurd. This Goodra, man, I'm telling you. And you can't crit the man. This Goodra's gonna change the meta. I'm calling it now. This man's gonna change the meta. Whenever the game allows me to move, that'd be really cool. Okay, thank you. I just realized if I become Terra Flying, I'll be weak to Thunderbolt, but honestly, I don't think that's a big deal. Honestly, this Wing Goodra's so bulky, I kind of want to run it with weakness policy. Hey, you did so little damage to me, you healed me. That's how pathetic you are. Alright, time to test out the strongest Terra typing ever. At least for this specific Pokemon. And now he can fly. Your special defense is severely lowered. This is going to do a lot to you. Man, who needs special attack investment? You just need to lower your opponent's special defense. That's all you need. God, he takes these attacks so well. That was a +1, might I add. Dude, this man, he's not going to die. And she puts up a light screen. All right, if that's what you want to do. Also, by any chance, am I still paralyzed? I don't think I got a full paralysis, not even once. Yep, goodbye to that shield. It's gone. You do not need that. Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you for that. Also, I kind of don't like how the Terra Had's going through its shell, but I guess that's just a minor inconsistency. Alright, how much is this gonna do? I'm curious. Oh, that was super effective. That didn't do anything. Dude, Goodra, you're too good, man. You're way too good. That didn't do anything. Oh my god. I think they just made the strongest pseudo-legendary ever. What's a Excalibur? What's a Garchomp? What's a Dragon Bolt? What's a Como? What's a Hydreigon? Dragonite? Tyranitar, Metagross. I don't know what any of them motherfuckers are. Hisuian Gudra's where it's at. Or even the normal Gudra. What's that thing? Hisuian Gudra's where it's at. Maybe our question of the day should be, what's your favorite Hisuian form? And why? For me, Hisuian Gudra, and you can kind of see why. Well, I really like Salamence, so I think that was the only pseudo-legendary I left out of that, but yeah, what's a Salamence even? This man, Hisuian Gudra's where it's at, dude. And sadly, Komo's gonna be the only pseudo-legendary not in the game, even after the DLCs. Well. Alright, I need to go find some Clef Keys real quick. And if everybody who happens to be watching right now is enjoying this stream so far and you want to see more, please do not hesitate to follow. It helps out the community. Thank you. Oh, here we go, Klefki. Die! He's dead. Give me those keys. I just stole somebody's house keys and they probably don't even know it. Terragrass Pomo, we don't need that. And that's a Sinistea, we don't need that. That's screw. We got enough keys. That's all we need for Flash Cannon. Alright, Flash Cannon, there we go. And I just realized I already had a TM. Hello, Galaxy Dominguez. Galaxy Dominguez, how are you doing today? Welcome to us trading the world's strongest Hisuian Pokemon ever. And now, the world's strongest Gudra is complete. Honestly, if I had some more time, I'd test this man out right now in some competitive Pokemon. Now let me just rearrange your moveset a little. And there we go. The only weakness is Steel type is really going to wall this badly, but gee, other Fire types exist like this. Hisuian Arcanine over here. Which I think will be my next test subject. What was I doing? Oh yeah, just checking your IVs. Alright, yeah, let me get the HP berries so I can get rid of those. Alright, 2 or 3, that should get rid of all those IVs. And funny, they actually updated it to it working on screen right there. Don't know why it took them so long to do that, because before you'd have to exit the screen before it would take effect. Because I don't want those IVs there, or EVs there. Oh, that. A Steel-type Frostlass? Alright, you said it's 5-star. I think we could do that real fast, perhaps. What do you look into exchange? So, 13. That's where he belongs. Yep, that's where he belongs. 6. And you said it's Terra Steel. The Terra Steel is probably the most useful Terra type ever. It just benefits way too many Pokemon and gives a lot of them just resistances that they're probably gonna need. I have a feeling... I don't remember where I was putting him. Actually, that's where my Arcanine's supposed to go. Alright, Samurai over here, and you are a box. Fight. Oh, wait, that's not it. King Gambit Boy, get over here. Alright. Basque Legion, I do, but I only have one in this game, and I'm afraid I don't want to give that up. As you just saw in my box 5, if you saw that real fast. What are you looking to trade? Yes, you can. Well, actually, you mean Basque Legion specifically? No, you can't, actually. That has to evolve in Legends Arceus. Because this isn't Hisui, this is Paldea. That's how evolution works, people. Alright, a fire type, like a fire dark type would be best here. Where is my Houndoom? That's Terra Grass, so that's not going to be the most useful thing in the world, but who cares? Or I could, you know what, actually, better yet. Where's my Volcarona? That's what I want to know. Oh, just Basculin? You can easily catch a Basculin in certain provinces and whatnot. They're kind of scattered all over Paldea. And you could just catch some Basculins in Legends Arceus, or you looking to evolve them a little faster. Actually, I think it evolves at any level. You just need to get over 300 points of damage and recoil before it can evolve. And you can't let the Pokemon faint either, but that's easily avoidable. You can just heal it over and over again. Yeah, that's how you evolve it. Just make sure it doesn't faint in the process. Like, I think there's a more specific number than just 300, but that's the range. Alright, since it has such low HP, I'm just gonna start spamming fiery dances. That's fine as long as you don't take away my stat buffs, that's what matters. It's not hailing, so the AI is stupid. I mean, snowing. The AI is quite dumb for that. Thanks for disabling Quiver Dance. I wasn't gonna use it anyways. Okay, how's it getting like 5 moves off? Can I do something, please? Oh my god, let me move, dude. Thank you. Get like 6 moves off for what? Oh, that was quick. Cool. You're welcome. And you know how you can make things up to me? If you would consider following my channel, please become a Gamer Gear today. It helps out the community. Thank you, Tao Top. And thank you for becoming a Gamer Bear. You are the best. That, and I should put myself on a promise, because I have a Let's Go Eevee Nuzlocke I've been doing, but haven't made an episode about that in a good few months now, so. Actually, I don't really use Discord, though I should connect that onto here. I was using Discord before for some college stuff, but not at the moment. Alright. Alright, we don't need that. Bye-bye for us. And I am afraid I must apologize that I'll have to end the Union Circle because I've got to go to slavery, so. But this was a real fun stream, and we shall be back for more either later today or tomorrow morning. so we can keep training up these mons. At least I got one Hisuian mon fully trained up, so, and it's by far the best of all of them. Alright, I'm gonna save real quick, and as this thing is saving, I'd like to say thank you everybody for watching this. If y'all want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the vids you see on screen now if you're watching on YouTube, and that bell button for more. May I give a special thank you to Dark Prince Travis for joining me once again, and Tau Top for becoming a Game Bear and joining me today, and Galaxy Dominguez for joining me today as well. And Ursulune is pretty damn cool as well for how hard it is to evolve it, but yeah. Anyways, this video is also sponsored by W. If you want to hit the link in the description to get your code, then please by all means do that. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching and / the sponsorship, and see you next time. Have a nice rest of your day.